Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, this is Anjali, and on this channel we'll be learning everything related to arts and painting. So for today's video I'm going ahead and doing a tutorial on how to do mandala dots, how to create mandala dots, because I have been asked a lot of how do you create mandala dots with a brush. So I'm going ahead and creating this video for you guys, where I'll be showing all the possible ways to create mandala dots without using any mandala tool. So you don't require to buy any of those mandala tools. All you require is brushes and earbuds and coins and stuff like that. So we'll go into the video right now in a minute. Before that, I just wanted to tell you guys that if you do like the video, if you have understood what I am going ahead and explaining in the video, then please give it a thumbs up. And if you do not like the explanation that I'm giving, if you want a more detailed explanation or a less detailed explanation, whatever your opinion is, give it a thumbs down, because your opinions are going to matter to me, and I will love to go ahead and create more tutorials if you have actually understood and if you have actually liked the video. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get straight into the video. Hey guys, so here I'll be going ahead and doing a mandala painting, and I'm doing it on my sketchbook just to show you what are the various ways to go ahead and do a mandala painting without using a mandala tool. So the mandala tool ideally looks like this. We have two sides. One would be like this, and with two different size actually. So we have different various sizes for mandala tools, like for example this one, and different kind of tools. So I'll go ahead and show you how we can go ahead and do dots without having this mandala tools, and it will look exactly the same way. Okay, so starting with my paint, I'm just going ahead and using a crimson red over here just for example, and let me just check if I can show you the consistency. I'm so sorry. Okay, so if I can show you the consistency, so if at all, I'm not sure on camera you'll be able to see it or not, but if you can just see, it's like not too thick, at the same time it's not too runny. This is how the consistency of the paint has to be. Acrylic, if possible, take acrylics, but if you're just trying and just for fun, just use whatever paint you have, that's completely fine. Watercolors will not work with it. We will require a poster color, or something like that, which is a little bit thicker. So that, and just to start off, I'll show you how mandala tool works. So this is the smallest point which we have. All we have to do is just dip it till the ball. There is a small ball actually over here. So just dip it till the ball and drop it here. That's it. Dip it and we have to drop it. This is how the mandala works, and we'll try doing the same dot with other tools available. Okay, that should be there in your house, and it's going to be more easy before you go ahead and invest on any kind of tools like these. Okay, so the first tool that I can come up is with the most easiest, and in everyone's house it's available, is a pencil. So all we have to do is take a pencil, and with the pencil point, so this dot is still a little bigger. With pencil we can make it still small, so we have to just take the pencil point, dip it a little, like just this much. If you can see, I hope you can see, just this much, and that's it. Take it and here, take it and here. And the same way, if you're doing a running dot, I don't know what do you call it, but I call it running dot, which is this, like from bigger to smaller. So I just take the paint, and here I'll be continuing the dots. That's it. It's as simple as that. And who doesn't have a pencil in the house anyway, right? Just take your pencil and just do it. Here you go. Here, 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 here. So easy. So easy, you guys. Just try this out. It's super duper easy, to be very honest. Just take a pencil and do it. Okay? So, after pencil, we'll go ahead and check what are the other tools we can use. Pencil is, we can use a pencil, but obviously we are only going to get these kind of small dots. So best way to get bigger dots, I'll be going ahead and showing now. For example, with your mandala tool, like this one is a little bigger one. So if we are doing a mandala tool and having a bigger dot, this is how it looks, right? So we'll try other tools which we can use instead of this thing over here, and we'll get the same results, right? Okay, so things that I go ahead and use are brushes. Obviously, all we have to do is just dip it and try and use brushes which are kind of more closed and not open, because if it's open, you're going to get dots, extra dots, which we do not want on our painting. So for example, this is a bit open, but I'm used to using brushes, so it really doesn't make much of a difference for me. But since you would be trying as a beginner, just try and use brushes which are more closed. For example, this one over here. So this is like completely pointed, and you know, all we have to do is take it and ding, 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 ding. That's it. As simple as that. So brushes could be a little tricky because we have to have a very good control on your wrist while putting the dots. Like for example, if I'm using a little bigger brush, this one. So if you have really good control on your wrist, you get a proper dot. But if not, then your dot could dance a little bit. Like for example, if you're a completely new beginner and you're using a brush instead of other tools, it could probably go like this, which we have to avoid, right? We don't want this. We want a proper dot. So I would rather suggest to go for other tools before you choose a brush, because brush could be a little tricky, though it's amazing to use brush, but it can get a little difficult for beginners. But if you would like to try, you can still go ahead and try. Different brush sizes will give you different dot sizes, okay? That's one point. And to make it more easy, instead of the brush, let's go for back of the brush, right? Why not? Because we are going to get the same result. Look at this. So instead of using a brush, the front of the brush, instead use the back of the brush. So you just dip your paint and drop the droplet onto your canvas or paper or whatever you're using, and it's as simple as that. So different brush size will again give you different brush dot size. Like for example, this one is this, and let me use a smaller brush. Yeah, this one. So this is like a thinner brush which has a thinner back, which I'll do this one, and see, it's a smaller dot, right? And who will make the difference that it's not a mandala tool which is used, instead it's a back of the brush, and it works exactly the same way. So if you're going to do the same thing like a running dot, I would rather take this and press it and ting 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 ting. Yeah. See, who will tell the difference between this and this, that this is done with the back of the brush and this is done with a mandala tool? Why invest on tool when you can do it with a brush in the beginning or in your learning period, right? So use a brush. So also again, for example, with the brush itself, to get a bigger dot, I'm using a bigger brush. No matter which brush it is, just use a bigger brush. Back of this one is a little huger, so it's a little bigger. So you just take it and drop it. See, you get a bigger dot, and it still looks round, and it still looks like a mandala dot which is been done. See, as simple as that. So back of the brush is way better than the front of the brush. You cannot use this kind of front any which ways, but I'm just saying back of the brush is still way better than any front of the round brushes. Also, what you can do is you can use a earbud. I don't have a earbud to show you as an example, but if you have any sort of earbud, just use a earbud, dip it, and you get a circle again. You can also try that. And also you can try, for bigger dots, try a pencil which is having a flat bottom. Like for example, this one is having a flat bottom over here, and all we have to do is the same process. Tip it onto your paint and press it here. Ta-da! How easy, guys, how easy is this? We get a bigger dot with a flat pencil. So if you have any pencil which is flat, just go ahead and get a bigger circle, guys. So easy. Also, if you have seen a lot of mandala painting, there's always like a circle which, you know, is a base of the circle, the middle of the circle, the middle point of the circle, which is a little huger. It's a little big. So what you can do is either just draw a circle with a rounder. For example, I'm just drawing over here a rough circle. Just draw a circle with a rounder, and either you can take a paint brush and just paint it like just normal painting. How do you do? Just take a brush and paint it, or else the same flat bottom brush, I mean pencil which I had, the one with flat bottom, I used that. I used a coin over here and I just stuck it with Fevikwik. And this is what I got. Voila! So all I have to do is dip it, and here we go. How beautiful! I didn't even use a mandala tool, and look at this tool over here, my guys. Oh my god. This can work wonders for those huge dots which you would want to do. And yes, just in case if you have paint like this, you know, coming up from your canvas, what you can do is just take a brush, any brush, and just swirl it around, spread it around. Okay, so it will look a kind of more flatter look, I mean, sorry. Okay, it'll give like a more flatter look, and we don't have that point on top, right? So here, see, I didn't use a mandala tool, you guys. I just used a coin and a pencil. So for the middle of the painting, that is the best. And I don't know if you can use this for the second time. I don't think you can, but probably you can actually. See, doesn't this look so beautiful? I mean, I would rather suggest don't draw a circle and paint it, and just do this. It's way more easier. It's so much more fun. See? How easy. So coin for bigger circles, and back of the brush for different kind of circles, and front of your pencil, I mean the pencil point, the pencil nib, nib, point, whatever. Just take the pencil and for tiny little dots, like for example, some mandala painting, once they have a middle like this, they have those tiny little dots. So what you can do is just dip it on your pencil and ta-da, dip it and ta-da, dip it and ta-da. Yo, see? I'm not using mandala tools. It's just pencil and coin and back of the brushes, and that's it. And you will get the same effect on your painting still. So yes, one thing I would tell you guys is don't get bored to dip your tool every now and then onto the painting, because if you don't dip, then there could be changes onto the size of your dots that you're doing. For example, as I said, you do one, then the paint on your tool is reduced, so you get a smaller dot, and then the paint on your tool is reduced even more, and then you get a smaller dot, and that continues till there is no paint. So don't get lazy and just dip it once and do. Instead, just dip it and do it, dip it and do it, dip it and do it. That's the only way where you can get the dots at least, 98 to 99%, similar. But if you just be lazy and, for example, just do this and this and then this, then you can see, I'm not sure if you can see it because it's actually too tiny, but my dot from here to here to here is actually from big to small to small. So Nana, avoid that and instead just dip it and do it. I know that's a time-taking process, but mandala, as I said, is all about time and it's all about patience. Henceforth, you get those beautiful results that you can see on a final piece of art on your mandala. So I would suggest to do this, but sometimes you can take it to 2, that's like 1 and 2, but don't go for the third one because that is going to ruin your painting. Though even 2, I kind of don't like it because it does change your size of the painting, but it still gives you a wonderful effect. So pencil, back of your brush, a earbud. I don't have a earbud unfortunately, so I'm not able to show you how a earbud will work, but it's again the same way. It's going to work the same way. All you have to do is just dip it and put it, and once the cotton, the fiberish cotton starts to come out and it's hanging on your paint and hanging down and all, don't use it, just leave it. Use the other side or use a new bud, cotton bud. If both the sides are used, just use a new cotton bud, whatever it is, but don't repeat it because the fiber, the cotton could either get stuck onto your painting or could be inside your palette. So try and avoid that and use a fresh one instead. So that and these are the best tools. So we'll go forward and do one painting. So go grab some paper that you have, a drawing book, a sketchbook, a paper, plain sheet of paper, anything that you have, just go grab that. Grab 1 color or 2 color of paint and grab pencils and flat bottom pencil and coins and glues and what, brushes, back of your brushes. Just grab everything and get ready. I'll get back to you right now with a new painting, and you can go ahead and follow me right now on how I'm going ahead and doing the mandala painting without any mandala tools used in it. Okay? Hello guys, welcome back, and here so you can just follow the guidelines that I'm going to do here. I'm just going to use 1 color over here, which is a crimson red, because it's just to show you how we can do a mandala painting, and it would be a really easy one. So if you would like, you can just take 1 color. If you want to play around, you can just take 2 colors or maybe more, depending on whatever you have, whatever you want to do, however you would want to do. So I'm taking this biggest coin piece which I have over here, and I'm doing a circle over here. So I have this one ready. Just try it. Just taking a pencil to just, doesn't have to be perfectly smooth or anything, just that it's not coming out like that. So okay, if I want to hit it like that, and maybe I'll take pencil, brush, back of the brush, and I'll just dip that over here, and maybe here and here. This one is kind of small. Okay, and so all you have to do is like do it exactly the opposite side. Like for a circle we have a horizontal and vertical line, and then 2 diagonals. So I'm just doing a eyeballing over here. You can either draw the lines, or else you can just eyeball it like how I am doing, anything that you feel comfortable. So I'm just going ahead and eyeballing it over here. Hopefully it comes right, and here we go. Okay, so once we have done that, between each hole just fill in one more dot. There is space for just one more, so I'll just fill in one more dot. Okay, just like this. Okay, almost done. There, here we go. So now we need a brush, back of the brush, or a size which is a little more bigger than this, yet not too huge, so just a slight difference. So I'm taking this one over here, and what we have to do is we have to dip it again in the paint, and between both the circles, right on top, we have to just add in one more circle over here. Okay, just like that. Between the 2 dots we add 1 dot, which is a little bit bigger than the one that we previously did. Or if you can, if you would want, you can do it the same measurement. Like this one is almost the same. I thought it would be a little bigger, but it is coming out almost the same. It really doesn't matter. So between the 2 dots we are doing 1 extra dot over here, just like that. Okay, here, this is one which I've done. I'll go with a brush which is, oops, sorry for this. I'll go with a brush which is bigger than this one. So maybe this, or here, this one. Okay, same thing. So on the outer layer which we have done, we'll be doing the same thing. Between the last 2 dots, we'll be adding a dot right in between. Okay, so last 2 dots, right in middle. I hope you get the point. Last 2 dots, right in middle. Last 2 dots, right in middle. Exactly like that. Just complete it. There you go. It's as simple as this, but when you see the final result, it looks quite complicated. So really doesn't feel so complicated once you have the practice to do it. So all you need to do is just practice over here. This one is a little bit tiny. So when you're trying to do a dot, and if by any chance the dot is a little bit tiny, you have to just go ahead and just press it on top itself without adding a lot of paint on your tool, because then it'll just become too huge. Okay, So I've gone ahead and done that. Now I'll take a brush which is a little bigger than that. Maybe this one, I don't know. Let's see. Okay, not bad. So this one, again the same thing, we have to just repeat it over here. Between two dots, do one dot. Between two dots, do one dot. Between two dots. So the last layer of dots, between those two dots, we have to do the dot on top. Okay, just like that. Okay, and this is the last one. So here, this, and maybe I'll take one bigger size brush. Which one? Maybe this one? I don't know, this is, I just use this. I think I'll take this one. I think I'll take this one, and I'll make this the last dot for the painting. I don't want it to go too long, or else you will just get too bored. So yeah. Okay, so again, with between the last two dots, we have to just add in one dot. Between the last two dots, just one dot. Okay, just like that. I hope you all are getting the point. So if you go to see, actually this looks so complicated, especially when you do it with 2 or 3 different colors. Like for example, if you're using maybe a blue, if you're doing it from light blue to dark blue or dark blue to light blue, this looks so amazing. It looks so complicated, but yet it is so easy. So just practice it and you will definitely get better at it. See, and that's it. So you can either keep it like this, or if you would want, you can just maybe add it, I don't know, some dots here and there maybe, I don't know. Like for example, just taking a pencil and between it, just to make it, or make it look more complicated, I must say, just take, should I do it, should I just leave it, maybe I should just do it. Do this and just complete it, running through the circles that is here. Just take this and like this, same way, right from the middle, go running down, from the middle, go running down, from the middle, go running down. Just as easy as this. That's it. So you have to just go ahead and play around. If you don't want to do this, you can just add in one dot. I don't know. You could do that as well. Completely your choice. It's too easy. Just take, if you have a bigger brush, back of the brush or anything, maybe you can even use a pencil for that matter. Just take the pencil and do a bigger dot over here and bigger dot here, and continue it till you get a little bigger circle. I'm not doing it over here because the video will become too long, so just continue. If you do this to the entire painting, it would kind of look like complete. So you can either do that, or if you would want, you can just add in one dot here and just carry it round like this, so it would be more like a round, going like a chakra, just going round like that. So that is all about it. Hope you guys liked it, and if you're going to try it, just make sure you add it on Instagram, post it on Instagram, and make sure you tag me as well in Annesfunart. Okay? Bye. See ya, guys.